Everyone said the favorites always choke at the World Cup. In 2026, that theory finally broke, but not the way anyone expected. For decades, football fans repeated the same idea like scripture. The team with the best odds walks in carrying too much weight. The pressure gets heavier with every round. And somewhere before the final whistle, they find a way to lose. But in 2026, the actual favorites did not choke. Spain walked in as the team everyone feared, and Spain walked out as champions. So if the favorites didn't collapse, who did? The team that collapsed was the one nobody expected to, the defending champions, the team that had already done the impossible once, Argentina. This is not a story about bad luck. This is a story about a trap that keeps catching even the best teams in the world, tournament after tournament. And in 2026, it caught the champions themselves. Let's go back to the start of the run. Argentina arrived in North America carrying the heaviest trophy in the sport, not just the World Cup itself. The expectation of doing something almost no modern team had done, winning it twice in a row. Their captain was 39 years old. Everyone quietly understood this was likely his final World Cup. Every match he played felt like a countdown. And yet, through the group stage and into the knockouts, Argentina did not look like a team cracking under that weight. They looked like a team that had learned how to suffer and still win. Match after match, they fell behind. And match after match, they found something. Against England, in the semi-final, they were staring at an early exit. Somehow, they clawed their way back and walked out as finalists again. This is the part people forget when they talk about favorites collapsing. Real collapse isn't dramatic. It isn't a team getting outplayed for 90 minutes. It's quieter than that. By the final, against Spain, Argentina were not even the favorites anymore. The odds makers had shifted. Spain, disciplined, defensively perfect, barely conceding a shot all tournament, were now the team expected to win. So Argentina walked into the final as the underdog defending champion, and for over 100 minutes, they made it a fight. No goals in regulation. Extra time arrived. The trophy was still alive. And then, late in that stretch, it happened. Not a tactical mistake. Not a moment of being outplayed. A red card. Enzo Fernandez, one of their own, lost control for a single moment, and Argentina were down to 10 men with the clock still running. This is the pattern nobody wants to name. It's not that great teams get out-footballed by better opponents. It's that somewhere in the final minutes, a small human moment, a foul too far, a decision made in frustration instead of clarity, opens a door that was otherwise staying shut. Spain didn't need long to walk through it. Substitute Nico Williams found a pocket of space and delivered the ball back across goal. Another substitute, Ferran Torres, who had not scored a single goal in the entire tournament until that second, buried it. 106 minutes on the clock, 10 men chasing a game. They no longer had the numbers to save. Spain lifted their second World Cup, their first since 2010, and the storyline every headline reached for was simple. The favorites finally won. But that headline misses the real lesson sitting underneath it. The favorites didn't win because pressure doesn't exist anymore. They won because, for 105 minutes, they refused to give any of that pressure a door to walk through. Spain never panicked. They never gave away a reckless card. They let the tournament's most dangerous team, led by one of the greatest players who ever lived, throw everything at them, and they simply did not blink first. Meanwhile, the team chasing history did what history has quietly shown, again and again. Not a collapse of skill, a collapse of composure, in a single moment, when the stakes were at their absolute highest. That is the real reason the so-called favorites seem to lose so often. It was never really about being the favorite at all. It was about who cracks first when the game stops being about football and starts being about nerve. In 2026, for one team, the nerve held. For the other, for just one moment, it didn't. And that one moment is the only difference anyone will remember.